Welcome back to our channel, The Silent Archive. Let's dive into today's story.
Welcome back to our channel, The Silent Archive. Let's dive into today's story. It was a cold night in January 1947 near the Cascade Mountains when the impossible first blinked onto radar screens. A young pilot, Captain William Schaffner, a decorated veteran of World War II, vanished without a trace. The plane, a Douglas C-47 Skytrain. This is the story of that night. A story of unexplained phenomena, government secrets, and a mystery that remains unsolved to this day. What really happened to Captain Schaffner? Was it a simple accident? Or something far more extraordinary? Chapter 1. The Hook. Before we dive into the events of that fateful night, we need to understand the context of the time. The year is 1947. World War II had just ended. The nation was recovering, but the scars of conflict were still fresh. A sense of uncertainty hung in the air. The Cold War was beginning to brew. The threat of communism loomed large, fueling paranoia and suspicion. And then there were the rumors. Whispers of strange objects in the sky, unexplained phenomena that defied logical explanation. The stage was set, a world on edge, grappling with new realities and unknown threats. Chapter 2. The History. Captain William Schaffner was more than just a pilot. He was a war hero, a respected officer, and a devoted family man. He had flown countless missions during the war, earning several medals for his bravery and skill. After the war, he continued to serve his country, training new pilots and working on experimental aircraft. The C-47 Skytrain, the aircraft he was piloting that night, was a workhorse of the military. Reliable, but not without its limitations. It was a cold January evening. The weather was treacherous. Heavy snow, strong winds, and limited visibility. Captain Schaffner was on a routine training flight, practicing instrument landings in adverse conditions. He had a co-pilot with him, Lieutenant David Steeves, a young and relatively inexperienced officer. At 6:27 p.m., Captain Schaffner radioed the tower. Everything seemed normal, routine, under control. Then silence. Chapter 3. The Incident. The control tower tried to re-establish contact, but there was no response, only static. The radar operators reported that the C-47 had vanished from their screens, gone, as if it had simply ceased to exist. A search and rescue operation was immediately launched. Every available aircraft and ground team was mobilized. But the weather was working against them. The storm raged on, making the search incredibly difficult and dangerous. Days turned into weeks. The search continued, but the hope of finding Captain Schaffner and Lieutenant Steeves alive began to dwindle. Then, a breakthrough. Wreckage was discovered in a remote area of the mountains. It was the C-47, but something was wrong. The wreckage was scattered over a wide area, suggesting a catastrophic mid-air breakup, but there was no sign of the crew. Except for one thing. Lieutenant Steeves was found alive, wandering in the wilderness, dazed and confused. Chapter 4. The Investigation. Lieutenant Steeves' account of what happened that night was unbelievable. He claimed that they had encountered a strange light in the sky, a light that had somehow disabled their aircraft. He said that the light had engulfed the plane and then nothing. He remembered nothing until he woke up in the snow, alone. The authorities dismissed his story as the ramblings of a traumatized survivor, but some investigators weren't so sure. There were inconsistencies in the wreckage, unexplained damage, and the lingering question of what had happened to Captain Schaffner. The official explanation was that the C-47 had crashed due to pilot error and bad weather. Case closed. But the truth, it seemed, was far more complex and far more disturbing. Rumors began to circulate about a government cover-up, whispers of extraterrestrial involvement. The case of Captain Schaffner became a symbol of the unknown, a testament to the mysteries that lie beyond our comprehension. Chapter 5. The Conclusion. Years have passed, decades even, but the mystery of Captain Schaffner's disappearance remains unsolved. What really happened that night? Was it a weather-related accident, as the official report claimed? Or was it something more sinister, something that the government was desperately trying to hide? The truth may never be known. The files remain sealed, the witnesses silenced. But the story of Captain Schaffner serves as a reminder that there are forces at play in the universe that we may never fully understand, and that sometimes the truth is stranger than fiction. The disappearance of Captain William Schaffner, a mystery that vanished in the blink of an eye. And the story remains unsolved. The end. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more.
Thanks for watching. Press the bell icon to receive notifications for new stories uploaded. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more.